Hola y bienvenidos. Mucha gente me ha preguntado acerca de la comida y la cultura en los Estados Unidos. Así que quiero enseñarte vocabulario típico de cocina y una receta que puedes preparar en casa. Como saben, los estadounidenses somos muy gordos y tenemos comida muy deliciosa, especialmente durante las vacaciones. La Navidad está cerca, así que quiero enseñarte una receta tradicional y muy fácil. Se llama sugar cookies, galletas de azúcar. Voy a enseñarte la receta en inglés muy lento y claro, y creo que podrás entender. Okay, let's get started. Today I'm making cookies. Un verbo aún mejor para usar es baking. All right, so now let's talk about the ingredients for this recipe. Almost everything in this recipe I think you can probably find in your kitchen. All right, so we have salt, milk, butter, and 1 egg, flour, baking powder, and sugar. All right, now I want to talk about the different tools that you're going to need to complete this recipe. So we have a rolling pin and a measuring cup and 2 mixing bowls and plastic wrap and measuring spoons. I couldn't find my measuring spoons, so I'm gonna have to use these, and a baking sheet or baking pan. We also call this a cookie sheet or a cookie pan. Last thing, you need cookie cutters, but unfortunately I didn't have any, so I had to make my own cookie cutter out of a plastic cup. And of course you're going to need an oven, which I have right here. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to combine all of the dry ingredients together into one bowl. So we are going to add 3 cups of flour. And now we're going to add the baking powder. So I need 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And we need to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Like that much. Okay, now we're gonna kind of mix this together. Okay, in the other mixing bowl, we're going to combine our wet ingredients. So wet ingredients include butter, the egg, milk, and sugar counts as a wet ingredient. All right, so now we're going to put 1 cup of unsalted butter, 1 cup of sugar, and that goes in here with the wet ingredients, and 1 egg. Okay, now we're going to try to mix it all together. But if you have an electric mixer, that makes it much easier. I almost forgot, we need to add 1 tablespoon of milk. This is really kind of difficult. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm actually a pretty bad baker. I hope these don't turn out really awful. Okay, it's mostly mixed together. So I'm gonna add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. like my arms are getting a workout. This is what you want it to look like. As you can see, all of the flour is mixed in and it has a really good texture. So what we're going to do now is we're going to wrap this dough and we're going to put it in the refrigerator to chill. Okay, so the dough is going to go in the refrigerator for 2 hours. So while the dough is chilling in the refrigerator, we are going to set up for our next step. I don't have anything for you. It's just butter. I know you probably want the butter. No, you can't have it. Okay, so we are gonna grease the pan. Basically, that just means put grease on the pan. Okay, I'm also going to heat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. We're going to need to put some flour down right here to roll out our dough later. And that's so the dough doesn't stick to the counter. So I'm going to sprinkle the flour on the counter. That's a good word to learn, sprinkle. And you want your hands to be covered in flour when you are working with the dough. All right, magic. It has been 2 hours. So now it's time to take the dough out of the refrigerator. And I'm going to cut it in half because it's easier to work with a smaller piece of dough. Okay, so we're going to take the dough and we're going to start rolling it out. All right, so we're going to roll it until it's about 1/4 of an inch thick, so pretty thin. And we're going to take our cookie cutter, or my bootleg cookie cutter, and we're going to use this to cut out our cookies. Okay, so for a little bit of a decoration, I'm going to take a little bit of milk. Okay, so all of the extra dough gets put back together in a smaller little ball, and we'll put that here. Now we're going to take the milk and with your finger, just kind of spread a little bit on top, just so it's a little bit damp. Now we are going to sprinkle some sugar on the top as a decoration. Okay, now we're going to put the cookies on the pan. All right, now it is time to bake the cookies. I'm going to put them in the oven and I will set a timer for 7 minutes. Usually the cookies bake for 7 to 9 minutes, but I'm going to be watching them because I don't want them to burn. These are going to be really good. Okay. Do you want a little taste? Say hi. Say hi. Yes, you're such a good boy. Yes, you're such a good boy. Here you go. Okay, these actually look really good. All right, now, so I'm going to try the ugly one. It really is good. All right, thanks for watching. Gracias por ver. Please subscribe below, or please leave me a comment. I love comments. Y veremos pronto. See you soon.